Good morning viewers and welcome back to my channel. This is Football Pickz. I welcome you back once again to another wonderful series. Alright, this is another weekend in which we anticipate for better wins. Okay, today's game is very limited. Well, I just created only one ticket, but along the line I am going to show you guys another alternative bet which you can create from the ticket I provided. But the ticket I'm going to drop is the one that I mark as my surest prediction for today and in which I staked. And also the alternative I'm going to give you guys, I also staked on it, but I staked little amount. So I'm going to tell you how you are going to divide the game and how you are going to bet on it. Sorry that the second slip, I don't have any booking code for that because these days I'm kind of busy and I have a lot of work to do. But I will only tell you what you are going to do. Your D2 is to go to your bookmaker and find the selection I predicted and make the selection on your bookmaker and stake wisely. Well, is this your first time coming across the channel? Once again, I welcome you to my humble channel. This is Football Pickz. Here we drop daily football analysis, football predictions, visual tricks. Our sole aim here is to make you maximize your winning in the world of sports betting. All you need to do is to be a member of the family by clicking the subscribe button, like the video, share the video so that YouTube will recommend it to another person. Without wasting much of your time, before we dive into what we have, please ensure you join our social media handles. The link will be pinned in the comment section on this particular video. In front of your screen is a total of 9 games, 2.95 odd precisely. These games have 95% of percentage of coming out successfully, but you know football, anything is bound to happen. The only advice I can give to you is edit the game and play. That is the only thing I'm going to tell you. But if you listen very carefully to my analysis, I guarantee you will come out victorious today. Alright, the slip you are seeing in front of your screen is combination of 9 games, and in the 9 games amounts total odd of 2.95 odd, as I said. Alright, these games are very simple and easy to play. Okay, the first game is coming from the Premier League. We have Man City coming up against Everton. Alright, this is an interesting feature. I think Man City have all it takes to win this particular match. Everton, in the other hands, can score these days. So this particular game will come up with at least 2 goals and above. 2 goals and above. Okay, coming up next in the ticket is Tottenham playing against Brenton. This is another interesting feature. Here, Tottenham has been in a very scoring form. Brenton, in the other hand, has been in a very conceding form. Yes, Brenton have tended to be conceding recently, and also they know how to score. But these days, their scoring power has reduced. But Tottenham, on the other hands, are doing absolutely great when it comes to home football. Another alternative bet to consider in this particular game is over 2.5 goals. It's another alternative bet to consider in this particular game. The odd is 2.25. Well, the alternative bet I just mentioned, it is not the second ticket I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about the second ticket once I am done with with my analysis on the first ticket, which I am making the analysis on. Okay, coming up next in this particular ticket, we have Real Madrid coming up against Girona. You bear with me that even Girona is in a better high scoring form compared to Real Madrid these days. I can't say you rarely see where Girona play a game without scoring a goal. You hardly see that, and I'm seeing Girona scoring in this particular game easily. Don't forget that Girona is playing to come Champions League next season. Yes, they have already booked their spot in the top flight of the La Liga league. So don't underrate Girona. You see, Girona can put up a show despite who you are. They can play anybody as they stand now. So this particular game is going to come up with 2 goals at least, or more than 2 goals. Coming up next in the tickets, we have Melbourne Victory coming up against Mercator. This is an Austria A-League game. a very interesting feature to consider, and this is an early kickoff. This game is gonna kick off 7:30 a.m. This game have high tendency of playing 3 to 4 goals and above. If you can gamble on over 4.5 goals, just single bet, it is a very good bet to stake on. And also, if you can gamble on both teams to score 2+, that is, each team is going to score at least 2 goals in this particular game, is another interesting feature. But I will encourage you to, if you're going to go for that, this is the odd 4.20. This odd can play easily in this game, but if you're going to play stake on it, you make it to be a single bet. Just take it alone, a little amount can serve. But we are going for over 1.5 goal at the odd of 1.14. Before we proceed further to the next game, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you are clicking the subscribe button now. Subscribe to the channel, turn all bell notification, like video, share this video. By so doing, you are telling YouTube to recommend this video to another person. We travel down the way to Belgium Division 2 League. It is also called the Belgian Challenger Pro League. This is another interesting match coming up between Waslam Bioverin versus Leas. Okay, this is a very interesting feature. The away team, in the other hand, tends to concede a lot of goals these days, and the home team, in the other hand, is in a very good scoring form. But in this particular game, a goal can easily occur in this particular game. Yes, do not underrate the away team. Don't forget that Belgian league, especially the subdivision league, anything is bound to happen in this particular league. But I'm seeing this game coming up with an over 1.5 goal at the odd of 1.14 odd. They travel down to the Scotland League 1, where we had Hamilton coming up against Annan Athletic. So this is a very interesting feature. But one thing is evident about this particular league: there is a lot of fixed matches in this particular league. This is another point to consider. If you don't like this particular league, I encourage you, remove this particular game in your best league so that you will not cry. But I have made the selection and the game is also in my ticket. If you still want to make the selection, you can go ahead. But I've told you one thing evident about this particular league, which is there are lots of fixed matches in this particular league. So when gambling in this league, you gamble responsibly. The Hamilton Academical has been in a very good scoring form. Annan has been conceding and also has been scoring. So by so doing, the two teams stand better chance of scoring each other, and the game can even equally produce 2 or more goals and above. Before we proceed further to the next game, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notification, like this video, share this video if you value my content. We travel down to the Northern Ireland League, where we have Glenotharan coming up against Carrick. Okay, this is a very interesting feature. This game is going to be tight, somehow tight, but I can see 2 goals and above coming up in this particular game. I can see the away team even scoring. Gambling on away team over 0.5 goals is another alternative bet to consider in this particular fixture. The game is going to produce at least 2 or more goals. I don't really encourage over 3.5 goals, but over 2.5 goals can also fly. Before we proceed to the next game, we have Club Brugge coming up against UPenn. Before we dive into that, please, if you have not joined our social media handle, make sure you click on the link pinned in the comment section. You'll be able to join our social handle. Club Brugge is playing against KSA UPenn. Very interesting feature. Club Brugge has been in a very scoring form. They have been undefeated. Like that is, I don't mean that they have been in that good form, but the Club Brugge has been doing very well in this particular league. This is the Belgian Pro League, that is their first league. UPenn, in the other hands, UPenn, just one thing is evident about UPenn: they can score big team easily. That is one thing about UPenn that I love so much. So by so doing, judging based on their recent forms, judging based on their recent head-to-head, I think this game has all it takes to produce at least 2 goals. The odd is very favorable at the odd of 1.13 odd. The last game in this particular ticket is Liverpool coming up against Burnley. Do you think that Burnley can score a goal in this particular game? If you know the answer, drop your answer in the comment section. This is a very interesting feature in this particular league. If I am allowed to predict the scoreline of this game, I can give this scoreline 3-1. I can also give the scoreline 4-1. I can also give the scoreline 2-1. But I think Burnley have all it takes to score in this particular game. Do you oppose my prediction? Drop your prediction in the comment section. Alright, we are tipping on over 1.5 goal we see that as a favorable game. This particular game has all it takes to produce 2 goals and above, provided that the game played accordingly. So that wraps up the 9 predictions we have for this particular ticket. Summing the total odds gives you 2.95 odd. I will book the game. Sportybet users, take note of the code in front of your screen. This is the code in front of your screen. If you're not using Sportybet, all you need to do is to find these games in your bookmaker and ensure you stake wisely. Okay, that brings us to our ticket 2 of this particular predictions and preview. Okay, in our ticket 2, remember we did not book any game, but I'm going to show you what you are going to stake on. Okay, I'm going to mention some themes, and I'm going to tell you what you are going to bet on those themes. So listen very carefully and listen to this video. Do not skip the video so that you will not miss what I'm about to say. Okay, the second ticket, I'm going to mention like 5 teams that have high possibility of winning in tomorrow's fixtures. Here we go. Okay, our first game is Manchester City coming up against Everton. Manchester City coming up against Everton. Okay, Manchester City to win is a very good game to consider tomorrow. So we have another game. We have Glenotran versus Carrick. This is another interesting feature. We are picking on the home team to win. Then we have another game between Club Brugge Open. We are tipping on home team to win. That makes it 3. Then we have another game. We have Hamilton Academical at home. We are tipping on Hamilton to win. That makes it 4. Then the last selection in this particular game, we have Tottenham coming up against Brentford. Here we are not tipping on Tottenham to win straight, but rather we are tipping on double chance. So we have 5 games in the second sleep. 5 games in the second sleep. They are Tottenham double chance, home to win or draw, Hamilton to win, Club Brugge to win, Glenotran to win, and Manchester City to win. This particular 5 games is another alternative bet to consider. Another alternative bet to consider. Another alternative bet to consider. So I'm going to book these particular games right now. Let me just take out the ones that are not inclusive. Let's take out these ones that are not included in this particular selection. The selections are 5. You see the odd, very promising, 3.45 odd, very good. You can stake little amounts in this particular game. As you can see, Man City to win, Glenotran to win, Club Brugge to win, Hamilton to win, Tottenham to win, or a draw to occur. Okay, I'm gonna stake this particular game with 5,000 in my own currency. It's gonna give me 19,303 naira. So you know what you're going to do to stake on with in your own currency. So let me book this particular game. As you can see, the code is flying in front of your screen. Copy the code if you're using Sportybet. Ensure you stake wisely. Then find the game in your bookmaker if you're not using Sportybet, and ensure you gamble responsibly. So this is where we'll be dropping and we'll be editing our fixtures, our analysis and predictions for today. See you guys next time. I wish you best of luck. Do not forget to stake on what you can afford to lose, and don't forget to turn on bell notification, subscribe to the channel, share video, and like this video. I love you guys. Stay tuned. Thank you.